wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and bull riding. They're all on their way to Hampton, April 8th and 9th for this year's Cowco Rodeo. Yeehaw!
How do you make the most of your mow? Tony and Melissa do it on a John Deere Z530M Z-Track mower.
Jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
You're riding around, it's like going on a go-kart.
And for Rodney, he uses his John Deere X350 lawn tractor to turn his yard into
my happy place. It's a great place to do Tai Chi. I work on my mind, body, and well-being.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, you know, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Over-the-counter pain medications can be bought without a prescription and are intended to reduce fever and temporarily relieve minor aches and pains. There are two main types of over-the-counter pain medicines, acetaminophen and NSAIDs. Although both types of pain medications treat the same symptoms, they work in different ways and have different risks and benefits. That's why it's important to always read and follow the drug facts label on your medicine. If you have any questions, ask your healthcare professional or pharmacist.
Hello? No, I haven't checked my email yet. Yeah, we need to get on that right away. Hey, I'm about to back out of my driveway. I'll be at the office in 20 minutes. Let's talk then. You're good at what you do. Get there safely. Focus. Drive. Stay alive. A public service announcement of the Arkansas Trucking Association.
What if being in recovery from a mental or substance use disorder was something we proudly showed the world? You might be surprised. Millions of people are in recovery, sharing hope, help, and support with family, friends, and community. Join the Voices for Recovery. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I am incredibly proud to be a physician here at St. Jude. To be in a place where I know my patients are going to get the top-notch care. Not only care, but also research happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every single person that contributes is a part of that St. Jude family that makes that happen. Because of everyone that is really committed to the mission of St. Jude, we're giving families hope.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Titans go!
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Hollywood, here we come!
You know it's super. To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly. We're finally on the big screen.
Have a seat, my dude. For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Gotcha. That's a wise move.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the day with temperatures reaching near 72. Tonight, mostly clear skies and an overnight low near 47. For Thursday, mostly sunny and 77. Then on Thursday night, showers are likely, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be mostly cloudy with an overnight low near 51. Friday, 20% chance of rain, partly sunny and temperature near 66. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ.
Go status.
T-minus 30 seconds.
The morning mayhem.
DPA script running. Second stage LH2 securing started.
Ready for launch?
Ready to embark on a national security mission for the United States of America.
Newstalk 92.
Range green. Igniters armed. Rofi ignition.
KBEU.
4, 3, and liftoff.
The morning mayhem is on. Marshal thrust mode now in the forward booster as expected.
The Morning Mayhem is for entertainment purposes only.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And let's jam here on this here Wednesday morning, everybody. Yeah, in the middle of the week there. And for those of you who were out late last night, you know why. Yeah, it's going to be a rough Wednesday. So, we finally found out who's going to get charged with that arson over there in East Camden. And come to find out, there's a new subvariant detected here in Arkansas of the COVID-19, if anybody's interested. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah. What was this, Tuesday? Was it? No, it was Monday. I can't remember. The days are mushing together. Anyhow, the old Gov, the Hutch there, was here in East Camden as well, making support and everything, and some other things as well that's going on. All that more News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Good morning, everybody, here on this Wednesday morning. Those of you who are trying to listen over the air, you're probably only going to be able to pick it up close into town on your car radio. If you notice that your indoor radio may not be working as good as it used to. And if you're trying to listen over the app, well, guess what? The app actually streams from a radio. And it's upstairs in my office, and it's got bad reception too. So you're basically having the same struggle. However, though, on the YouTube side, since we're sanctioned over there for the next 9 days until we can return back to Facebook Live, it is a nice clean stream over there, and at least for 2 hours you're going to at least be able to hear KBEU with clarity. Unfortunately, we are aware of it, and we are working on that, and got lightning issues out there, so we're trying to, it's a matter of getting all the engines and the chiefs and everything lined up accordingly, and getting everybody to do what needs to be done. So basically, this little engine here is waiting for, it'd be Indians and chiefs, that's it, yeah, because you have chief engineer, and so that would make me the Indian engineer? Something like that. Anyhow, so I'm just I've reported it. It's like, hey man, this is what we got going on, man. Like this is what we need to fix. And then I got to wait for the chief engineer to come out and go, all right, man. Like, what do you need? I need stuff, man. You got to make this. I got to put the stuff in there and the magic comes out, man. That's how it works. No. So anyhow, yeah, we're working on it. So we finally found out who the guy is who torched all that stuff over there in East Camden, and then let it burn. So county's been sitting on this for a while. In fact, here at Radio Works and even the paper as well, we've both been kind of like, well, who is it? And they're like, we can't tell you. Ha, 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 ha. And so we've been waiting for like a week to figure out, well, who is it? So, well, I guess they held on to it because this dude's like in danger or something. Like, fear of his life or whatever. But anyhow, y'all remember back on March 2nd there was a big fire. There's a big old fire going on. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, East Camden's on fire. What happened? In fact, that's like 2 weeks ago today. So, it's like everybody's blowing me up going, well, what's up with the fire? And I'm like, what fire? And they're like, you don't know about the fire? And I'm like, let me find out about the fire. So I went hitting everybody up, and nobody else knew about the fire except for Judge McAdoo there. So McAdoo was able to fill me in and then got me in contact with some other people, and then I talked with them and then figured out basically, all it was just confirmed that, yep, there's a fire out there, and that it was being dealt with. So there's about 434 acres out there, and it's all timber. So and it was set ablaze. It was actually arson. So there was a press release, And so there were several fire departments out there who responded to this fire, including the Arkansas Forestry Department. They were the ones who were actually flying over with the aerial plane that was dropping water down and everything on the fire. So anyhow, let's see. They arrested this guy named Dustin Wade Redden, and I guess he's the one. And this was bold too, because listen to this, right? If you haven't heard this story, this is crazy. All right, so Redden was noticed by officers because he fit a description of a suspect responsible for the fire, right? That was called, and earlier that morning in the same area. He also fit the description of a suspect in a home invasion that happened close by too. So while the authorities were searching Redden, they found a sharp object believed to be a road spike in his front pocket. A road spike. Like a railroad spike or something? Or, I don't know what exactly a road spike is. I know what a railroad spike is. But they found that in his front pocket, right? So then they asked if he started the fire. And you know what he goes? And you know what he says? He goes, yeah, it did. So he was arrested on spot right there. It's like, hey, did you start this here fire? Yeah, it did. That's my work. That's my handiwork right there. So, yeah, he just said, yeah. And so he's arrested, transported over to Calhoun County Sheriff's Office. So the next day on the 3rd, you heard, officers interviewed Redden again, where he provided a full confession. So he admitted to starting the fires that day, and he said he was responsible for an invasion and vandalism of a home because he happened to match the description of that. And they were like, hey, this guy looks familiar. And he was like, yeah, that was me. I went and vandalized and invaded that home, and then I went and set fire to the field. It was a fun day for me. Well, I guess there's no allegeds here because, we always have to say, allegedly. He started a fire. But now this guy's like, yeah, I done did it. There's no alleged nothing. No, I'm telling you. Full confession right here. So now he's been charged with the following. Of course, torching the field, so that's arson. And then, you got criminal mischief, first degree. I guess that's just walking around with a road spike. And then possession of an instrument of crime, maybe that was the road spike he was going to use to do crimey stuff. Criminal trespass, well, that would be invading that home. And residential burglary, and that would be for, going in there and doing stuff. So he was given a $50,000 bond, made his first appearance, and I don't know if he's out on bond or not, but that was pretty much all there was to that. That was pretty crazy, though, man. It's like, they find this dude walking around, and it's like, hey, you, come here. It's like, yeah? Did you start this fire? Uh-huh. Well, come here, then. We're going to give you a ride. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, man. I mean, there's nothing else to it. Yeah, that was it, man. It's like, wow, okay. So, yeah. Some other cut and dry stuff. We got the COVID still going on. Now, a lot of people act like, COVID's pretty much over. Don't have to do COVID anymore. Don't have to deal with it no more. But guess what? Just when you thought you could get away with it, and you're like, you know what? COVID, I don't care because, COVID gone. Now it's just, a NyQuil kind of type medicine problem. Well, now we got 2 subvariants running around. Look at that. They split off, and they was like, let's go keep it alive. So anyhow, there's 2 subvariants of the COVIDs of the Omicron variant. That's now spreading across the U.S., according to CDC, with half a dozen cases confirmed so far in Arkansas. UAMS internist Dr. Robert Hopkins, who provides insight, says there's just not enough known yet about this here new strain. And even the symptoms either. They don't know anything about the transmission rate, anything about the symptoms, anything about that other than, it's hanging around. It's here somewhere. And we just don't know much about it. So if you catch it, could you please give us a call and tell us how you're feeling? Yeah. We're going to write it down. That's all. That's pretty much all they said about it. That was it. Now, here's the thing, though. I only got about a minute and 10 seconds to set this up. So, of course, the COVID and everything, and COVID being the number one killer, and COVID killing off and all this other stuff and everything, right? And it's like COVID's taking the lead. But we keep having arguments about, one is like the top killer, here in the U.S. Not overall in the world, but just here in the U.S. And this is this is a top 10 list, according to the CDC. And one of the things I noticed, though, is the number one position for deaths in the U.S. is not COVID. I know, it's oddly enough. It's like, wait a minute. I thought COVID was like the top killer because, like, man, we were hearing everybody dying every day of COVID. But, yeah, it's not even on the list at all. And this was just published a day ago. COVID's not on the list. Yeah, that's just not. And this is from the CDC. And COVID is not on the list. All right, so let me take this break here, and then we'll get into that and see what's on this list, the top 10 from the CDC. Like I said, COVID's not on there, but you're probably curious. I tell you what, you go ahead and write down your answer right now of what you think the number one answer is for the top biggest cause of death in the U.S., and then we'll see if you're right. Because I can tell you this, it comes out to a whopping number of 6,996 and 962 deaths for the year as of 2021. Yeah. All right, so think about that, and we'll find out what if your answer matches or not. All that more. News Talk 92, KBEU.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
Spring is on the way, and thousands of Arkansans will be hitting the area lakes and rivers. Ensure you'll enjoy another season of carefree boating with a short trip to Country Village Sporting Goods. Proper boat maintenance is key to a season of safe boating, and nobody knows more about boats than the folks at Country Village Sporting Goods. 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado. Sales, service, and maintenance. Country Village Sporting Goods, your Express Boats and Yamaha dealer. Well, all right there, boys and girls, this is right, and you made it to Wednesday, hump day. That means we're halfway through the week. Huh? All right, let's go ahead and check them out. Canton Fairview pre-K breakfast going to be a cereal variety, fruit assortment, and cold milk. K through 5 variety of cereal, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. And Midland High School, you got a choice. Pop-Tarts or cereal or bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. A super donut, an ultimate breakfast sandwich, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. Pre-K lunch, Canton Fairview beef and bean burrito. Chips and salsa, black beans, diced pears, cold milk. K through 5 beef and bean burrito, chips and salsa, black beans, baby carrots, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. And for you Midland High Schoolers, it's a beef taco salad or a beef and bean burrito, chips and salsa, black beans, baby carrots, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. Out in Harmony Grove for breakfast, look like gonna be pancakes with syrup and fresh fruit. Lunch in Harmony Grove is barbecue chicken filet, mashed taters and gravy, black-eyed peas, chilled peaches, fresh fruit, and a roll. And if you don't want that, eat a salad. Out in Hampton for breakfast today, looks like it's a sausage and a biscuit or a donut stick. You'll get fruit and then milk or juice to wash it down with. Now, lunch out in Hampton look like it's going to be hot dogs with chili. There we go. Mac and cheese, fried okra, and fruit. And out in Bearden, breakfast is a super donut, cheese stick, fruit, and juice. Lunch gonna be smothered burritos, lettuce and tomato, cheesy refried beans, and more fruit. Well, we're feeding you on a hump day with your menu. I'm JJ.
News Talk 92, KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Good morning here on this Wednesday morning as we are encroaching the bottom of the 6th. By the way, man, Aria Speedwagon last night, man. What a load of fun that was. In fact, I still got my thing. Reason why it made me think of that was because I noticed during the break I still got my band on. And, I still got my wristband on so I can do some adult things while I was there. And, that was a lot of fun. By the way, though, I did notice, though, see, I still got my wristband there on from last night. I got home and I went straight to bed. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. My wrist can breathe. Anyhow, I happen to notice a lot of people out there, especially sitting around me, that are from Camden. There was a lot of Camden people there in El Dorado, enjoying the fun and festivities of El Dorado. And, El Dorado definitely thanks us for our business because, man, drinks weren't cheap out there. Of course, you got to get out there. You get out there, so then you get out there, and what we did, though, is we actually stopped off somewhere in El Dorado and got a bite to eat. So first right there, man, there's some money already spent over there in El Dorado. And then, of course, had to get gas on the way back. And then, of course, the beverages and everything that we did out there. So, it's been a pretty good chunk of money out there in El Dorado. And then happened to notice a friend out there who no longer lives in Camden, but lives in El Dorado. Because now El Dorado is not only thanking them for their business, but thanking them for their tax dollars, too, for moving in. And ran into James Silliman out there, or James Lee Silliman. And we got to talking. And I asked him, I told him, I said, last time I saw REO Speedwagon was at this one event. And then that got me thinking, because JJ and I were talking, I was like, hey, you know what? How come we can't have that kind of event? We used to have that event here in Arkansas. They don't do it anymore, though. But, and the weather was always crappy, too. So I'm like, dude, man, what do you think the possibilities to be able to do this thing? And, James Lee's like, you know what? That's a pretty neat idea. In fact, I'm going to be meeting with some people and the right people who would be the right people to ask that question to. So I said, man, throw that out there, man. See what they say. Because I know I got the contact of a guy who, if we could actually piece this thing together, we could do a concert series here in Camden. Yeah. And we could, instead of, having, all those things go over there to El Dorado, maybe we could share a little bit of that here in Camden. And we got the perfect location for it. We're just not utilizing it right now. So who knows, man? Find out if James Lee can throw that out there and see what those people say and if they like the idea too. And who knows, man, by next year or year and a half or so, maybe we get a little something going here and we get some big name bands like REO Speedwagon. And in fact, you know what? Last time I saw Tracy Byrd, which is a concert that's coming up next over there at the amphitheater. That is what? May 26th. So that one's coming up. And, last time I saw Tracy Byrd was out there in Hot Springs at a big event outdoors as well. And it was the same thing as RSP. Saw Sticks there too. Same event, doing stuff and things. So I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to sit there and ruin it either. But they don't do that event anymore. And we could do that event because we've got the facilities to be able to pull it off and do it. So we'll find out because, the last three, I saw Sticks, REO Speedwagon, Tracy Byrd at the same event place. One each year, and it was an all-day event and everything, and I think, Camden has definitely got the facilities and the capability of pulling it off and everything, and then, that way we can attract some people from El Dorado to come spend their money here, and not only that, though, we can start saying, at least for a day, Camden thanks you for your business. So, if we can't have an entertainment district downtown, that's fine, whatever. I know a perfect place where we can move it to. Yes, and there'll be vendors out there selling their tasty beverages. All right. So, we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you updated on that, too. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, though. You'll just have to wait and find out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so did you write down the answer of what you think it could be that is the number one killer here in the leading cause of death here in America? Now, this came out from the CDC. They put this out just yesterday. So in the last 5 years, the U.S. has been the nation with one of the highest death rates in the world. And that's not taking into consideration the deaths caused by the pandemic either. Most of the causes of death are presented within this list are mostly due to Western lifestyle that has been decreasing the quality of life from a health perspective, though. The data presented below has been based on the latest data presented by the CDC. The Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention and stuff. A report of mortality is done at the end of every year by experts who assess the major cause of death whilst taking into consideration patterns from previous years. This also helps identify such data such as the changes within life expectancy and with the decrease in 2020 by almost 2 years. So, and you're thinking, well, yeah, because that's COVID. But COVID's not on this list. So the number of deaths is presented based on data sets from the past 5, each significance, each number of deaths per year. All right. So coming in at number 10. Ooh. We need some. Yeah, we do. We need some. Hang on here a second. I need some. No, that's conspiracy. I don't want no conspiracy. I want some good. I need some really good kind of. I don't know. I need something really good there because I don't see it. And there it is. Oh, and I got to take a break. All right, hang on. We'll get to number 10 here in just a second.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
The Camden Garden Club invites you to attend their biennial 2022 Flower Show, A Family Garden, Saturday, April 2nd from 2 to 4 p.m. The flower show will be held at the Event Center at Fairview Park, located at 2740 Mount Holly Road in Camden. Admission is free and open to the public.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
I'll never forget being a student at Little Rock Central High and watching them hold open the doors for the Little Rock Nine. Doors that 40 years earlier had been closed to them because they're black. Good triumphed over evil. That is who we are. The radical left wants to teach our kids America is a racist and evil country, but our Kansans are generous, hardworking people. I was born and raised here. This is where we chose to raise our family. And I want the same for my 3 kids as yours. A better life here in Arkansas. We don't want our kids living under socialism, cancel culture, and big government taking away our freedom. As governor, I will defend our freedom and champion good schools, higher paying jobs, and a better life for all.
Paid for by Sarah for Governor.
During my time at Camden Fairview High School, I've learned many valuable skills. My name is Alexis Chavez, and I am a junior at Camden Fairview High School. I have learned critical thinking skills that I will be able to use the rest of my life. I have been given the opportunity to take AP and concurrent credit classes. I have learned teamwork skills by being a member of both the volleyball and softball teams. As a member of the cheer squad, I have learned the value of encouragement. I believe that I am receiving an education that is preparing me to be successful in college and in my future endeavors. I've learned that strength comes when we work together through classwork, teamwork, and personal relationships, no matter the situation. I believe in Camden Fairview Schools, and I believe we are stronger together.
From ABC Sports, I'm Mark Remillard. Indiana proved their improbable run to the Big Ten tournament semifinal last week was no fluke in a first 4 matchup with Wyoming.
Eyes down low, lobs it into space, and he slams it home on an alley-oop.
The call on Learfield, Trace Jackson Davis carried the Hoosiers with 29 points. IU pulled away late for a 66-58 win over the Cowboys to advance to the round of 64. The Hoosiers, now the 12th seed in the East region, will face the 5th seed St. Mary's in the first round. In the earlier first 4 matchup, the selection committee may want to reconsider Texas Southern's seeding.
Etienne comes around the screen, straight away 3 with a defender in his face. My goodness!
The call on Westwood won. The Tigers outlasted Texas A&M Corpus Christi 76-67 for their third first 4 win in 4 years. Texas Southern will face Midwest region top seed Kansas in the first round. This is ABC Sports.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs
and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Good Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the day with temperatures reaching near 72. Tonight, mostly clear skies and an overnight low near 47. For Thursday, mostly sunny and 77. Then on Thursday night, showers are likely, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be mostly cloudy with an overnight low near 51. Friday, 20% chance of rain, partly sunny and temperature near 66. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ.
News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Past the bottom of the sixth. There are 46 degrees outside right now. Trying to recover from last night, too. And not only that, though, the pollen out there is going to start kicking up, too, man. I think that's bad. I heard on who was it? I think it was either America in the Morning. It may have been America in the Morning. I don't think it was ABC News, but, I mean, the two are right there first thing in the morning, so it could be. I don't know. The thing was, though, is they were talking about carbon dioxide. That climate change is so bad. It's going to be so bad this year, and they're like, how bad is it going to be? It's going to be so bad that allergy season is going to be extended. And everybody's like, what? I was like, yeah. And I was like, no. And they're like, uh-huh. And it's because, see, carbon dioxide, which is this greenhouse gas that you can't get rid of and stuff because you have to have it, even though they're like, oh, we want like zero carbon dioxide. And it's like, yeah, that's impossible because if you do that, we'll all like die. Well, we don't breathe in carbon dioxide. No, we exhale it, but the trees breathe it in, though, see? And they like use photosynthesis and stuff to make their food and everything with the carbon dioxide and stuff, see? And then they release oxygen. And so if they don't get carbon dioxide, they don't make oxygen. They don't make oxygen, guess what? We're dead. Yeah. And if you reduce carbon dioxide too much, see, then they don't produce as much oxygen. We're dead. And then if you cut down all the trees down there in the rainforest, yeah, we're dead. And so we need the little green leafy stuff, man. And they need the carbon dioxide, man. It's a really weird balancing act. And it's like, if you got too much carbon dioxide, plant more trees. I mean, and you would think if there's too much carbon dioxide, the trees and stuff and the vegetation's around now would be like monster vegetation. I mean, we're talking about like, Hulk, like tree smash, which we already see now. We see that every time a storm blows through. Trees smashing into things, man. Houses and everything else. They do, man. And trees smash. Yeah, man. Trees are getting weird out there. But, yeah, they're saying because of the increase of carbon dioxide, that's going to actually extend the pollen season because they're going to pollinate longer because they're like, yeah. So it's like some kind of aphrodisiac or something for trees, the carbon dioxide. It's like saying that oxygen to humans is an aphrodisiac. And, it's just going to make humans more frisky, So, there's too much oxygen in the air. Hey, baby. Oh, yeah. Smell that freshness right there. All that oxygen for us to breathe, baby. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Anyhow, hey, we were trying to get to a list here of top 10 things that make people die. Hey, and one more fun, festive way to talk about how people die than using young folks as a music bed. Yeah, it's just coincidental. So anyhow, the CDC put this list out, and the number of deaths is represented based on data set from the past 5 years. Each signifies the number of deaths per year. Okay? So on this list, we've got the top 10 here that's going on. So, coming in at number 10 is suicide at 47,173. That's the biggest issue that current generations are facing is loneliness, which has been identified as one of the key factors to suicide and self-harm, which a lot of people, suicide went up during the pandemic, too. They did. And it wasn't because, they got the COVID. It's because of COVID. I put them in isolation, and isolation put them in a suicidal mode, and they ended up suiciding and stuff. So, which pretty much led to suicide. But they got marked off as they died of COVID, which I guess indirectly they did, Yeah. So, there's a big word. What is that? That's, nephrologist? something like that? Is that what that is? Hang on, because it says what it is. I just can't say it. It's one of them big words there. Here, maybe Google can say it for me. Can Google say it for me? Hang on. Google, say it for me. Hang on. Nephritis. That's it? Nephritis. It's a F. Nephritis. Nephritis. Hang on. Is it going to say it? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. It's muted. Hang on. It'll say it. Hang on. Say it.
Nephritis.
Oh, that frightened us. Okay. Nephritis. That's how you say it. I was close. Anyhow, 52,547. It's quite a common condition that affects the kidneys. So, there's that. Now, coming in at number 8, which you wouldn't think was number 8, it's actually influenza and pneumonia. Not pneumonia, but the pneumonia. And that killed off 53,544, quite similar to the current virus that the world is faced with. Influenza and pneumonia affecting the lungs. The high death rate is due to how easily it spreads from one person to person, or person to another person. Most people treat it like the casual flu. If it's discovered in time and treated professionally, the possibility of death drops significantly. Coming in at number 7 is diabetes with 102,188. So it's no surprise that diabetes is on the list. Now keep in mind, this was put out. This was put out. This is the day old here. Just day old bread, slightly off the press. So of course, no surprise there. Highest obesity rates in the world. Right here in the U.S. Although diabetes has many causes, obesity and the inactivity of lifestyle with poor diet remains the main cause, though. That's why a healthy diet and exercise is so important. It's not just about, being fit and looking good, but lowering the risk for health problems. Now, coming in at number 6, and 134,242 is Alzheimer's disease. That's considered one of the worst diseases as it causes major memory loss and stuff. It's thought to be caused by the abnormal buildup of protein in and around brain cells. Although there is currently no cure for this disease, it's discovered in time, its development can be slowed down with medication. Coming in at number 5, chronic lower respiratory disease. 152,657. Oh, Alzheimer's, 134,242 deaths. So chronic lower respiratory disease, 152,657. Then strokes. Yes, not the one by that song, Stroke. No. 160,264. It's the largest list of factors that can cause, there is a large list of factors that can cause strokes, and it's usually due to vices and unhealthy lifestyles. So the major causes are like smoking, hypertension, which would be, like high blood pressure and stuff, obesity, high cholesterol, diabetes, and excessive alcohol intake. Every year, around 800,000 people have a stroke within the U.S., and 185,000 of them have had previous strokes. 160,000 of those end up dying from it, though. Coming in at number 3, accidents. Like unintentional injuries and stuff like that. 200,955. Accidents are the only thing on this list that isn't a health problem, and it occurs all around the world. This number of deaths per year does not include intentional self-harming or accidents caused by mental health problems, so the number mostly represents deaths that occurred at the workplace, in car accidents, and sports. See, so if you kind of put it in perspective, and because, before COVID, we never really heard a daily tally of people who die. And so, if you did that pre-COVID and you had those numbers coming out, today this many people died. And then, each day you keep hearing that number and you're like, oh, wow, man. And then you see how the number's adding up for the year of deaths and you're just like, wow. But you don't hear that. So when you usually hear about a death, it's usually somebody close by or something in the news, and, it's a very small number to you. Whereas accidents, just accidents alone, 200,955. Cancer coming in at number 2. Have you got your answer written down for number 1, by the way? Are you ready for number 1? Because it's coming up. Cancer comes in at number 2. And it is... hang on a second. Okay, just want to make sure that was there. Yeah. So, cancer. 602,350. One of the leading causes of deaths around the world remains cancer. In 2020, over 10 million people worldwide died from cancer. 10 million people died from cancer, which means 6% of deaths occur in the U.S. within the female population. The deadliest type of cancer is breast cancer. And for the male population, it turns out to be lung cancer. All that smoking. And you ready for number 1? Here's number 1. All right, so get your stuff out. Here we go. Here's the number 1 leading cause of death here in the U.S. This is put out by the CDC. We noticed nothing in that top 10 has mentioned anything about COVID, and we are about to announce what that is. So here it is for you. It's the biggest cause of death, once again, led by obesity and bad health choices. Killed 696,962. Welcome in, everybody. Heart disease. Yay! Yes, that would be heart disease coming in at number 1, the biggest cause of death, health disease, and it's such a high rate in the U.S. No wonder heart disease is the leading cause of death. All these problems are long-term, and they are developed through an unhealthy lifestyle. One person dies every 36 seconds in the U.S. from cardiovascular disease. Wow, really? I can say cardiovascular, but I can't say that nephysis one? Really? Okay. Anyhow, so this is according to the CDC. I'm just putting it out there, because, you hear in the news and the headlines and everything about, COVID killing here and there and everywhere and what it does. And so I looked up some stuff because I was kind of curious, with Trump being, president when COVID hit, and now Biden's in there. So supposedly, according to the Wall Street Journal, COVID deaths this year have now surpassed the toll in 2020, with 350,000 since the since Inauguration Day. And it would seem that Biden has done no better than Trump there in defeating COVID, despite the benefits of vaccines, better therapies, and more clinical experience and stuff like that. So, we were told that, once Biden took office, if we elected him and we voted for him, that he could cure or stop the COVIDs. And looks like COVIDs are still going and everything. In fact, we got a new variant that came out here. It's a subvariant and of the COVID-19, Omicron. Still no pie. But we just had Pie Day, too. Just 2 days ago. And we can't even have a pie variant. I'm just saying. It's crazy. I tell you what. All right, I've got to take a break. Be right back. News Talk 92, KBEU.
How do you make the most of your mow? Tony and Melissa do it on a John Deere Z530M Z-Track mower.
Jump out of the house, a cup of coffee, and I'm at work.
You're riding around, it's like going on a go-kart.
And for Rodney, he uses his John Deere X350 lawn tractor to turn his yard into
my happy place. It's a great place to do Tai Chi. I work on my mind, body, and well-being.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your mow. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Hey, remember how 20 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, now it's the future, and I used all those savings to buy this new hologram phone. Because, it's the future, and everything is holograms now.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customer surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Tax season can be taxing on your identity because all your personal information is in one place, getting emailed, shared, and the possibility that it can be exposed to these identity thieves. Tax forms can be a one-stop shop for identity thieves, and criminals can use all that personal information that's on your tax return, open credit card accounts, commit crimes, all in your name. That's why you need LifeLock.com by Norton. And by the way, if you become a victim, you get a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist. They will fix it for you during tax season and beyond. If your name is compromised, you get an immediate alert. Now, by the way, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor every transaction, but you can make sure your identity theft protection starts right now and right here. LifeLock by Norton, a low annual rate, and you'll save up to 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or just go to lifelock.com. Use the promo code Hannity. Protect your name, finances, reputation, your credit score. 1-800-LifeLock, lifelock.com, promo code Hannity.
News Talk 92 KBEU, the news of Talk of South Arkansas, here on this Wednesday morning. We got 10 minutes and 39 seconds to be where you need to be, hitting top of the 7, baby. 46 degrees outside, high 74 today. It's starting to feel a little bit more like spring out there, man. We're going to see some weather to go with it, too. All right. Oh, my gosh. Federal Reserves, man, they're expecting to raise interest rates. And right now, really, you want to raise interest rates at a time like this? Oh, my goodness gracious. So, in a major step reversing the extraordinary easing that was put into place 2 years ago to help the economy through this pandemic, Fed watchers expect the central bank will also provide a new quarterly forecast that could show as many as 5 or 6 more quarter-point hikes this year, and possibly 3 or 4 more in 2023. So the central bank's tone may also sound like hawkish, but meaning it will emphasize that it intends to keep boosting rates to combat high inflation. Now, this time, policymakers are facing unique issues that they didn't see several months ago. Economists say that there are increasing risks to economic growth, that the Fed may not be able to raise rates as much as it would like. With Russia's invasion of the Ukraine and has made already hot inflation worse, as it created more risks for growth. And then what's more, the pandemic may have subsided in most of the U.S., but it's raging in China, where there are lockdowns that threaten more supply chain disruptions and slower growth. So there's a dark cloud of uncertainty over this meeting, but at the end of the day, there's a zero. They're at zero. That was Jim Carnan who said that, chief fixed income strategist on the global fixed income team at Morgan Stanley Investment Management. You know what? We need to get E.F. Hutton back. Where is E.F. Hutton? When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. That's what we need. We need to get E.F. Hutton on this thing with Russia and everything. If we can get them to talk, maybe Putin will listen. So anyhow, the economy is coming to a full unemployment rapidly, and inflation is way too high, he said. And if you add all that up and everything, that means that they're going to raise rates. So the degree of uncertainty is extraordinary. They told us what would be going on, and they did that to get rid of the uncertainty. Also, U.S. Senate. The U.S. Senate approves a bill to make daylight savings time permanent. So question is, where would you want to lock the time, though? Would you want to put it on Central Time or Standard Time, which is what we just came out of, or would you leave it stuck on daylight time? Because we're in daylight right now. So we just came out of Central Standard Time. Depending on where you are in the States, it's going to be something Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, Mountain Standard. You get the drift, right? Okay, so it just came out of Standard Time and daylight saving time. So if they make it permanent, would we stay in either Standard Time or daylight saving time? So you pretty much pretty soon maybe be able to skip that semi-annual switching. Oh my gosh, if we lose daylight, if the switching of the clocks and stuff, how are we going to know when to change our batteries and our smoke detectors? The Senate Tuesday unanimously passed the Sunshine Protection Act. We're going to protect the sunshine, which would permanently extend daylight savings, DST, which I was talking about. Okay, so I guess we're picking daylight. From 8 months of the year to a full 12 months. The bill was first introduced January 2021 and reintroduced by Senator Mark Rubio of Florida, he's a Republican, and 7 other bipartisan members of Congress last March. So Rubio on Tuesday targeted the ritual of changing of the clocks back and forth and the disruption that comes with that. He says that and one has to ask themselves after a while, why do we keep doing it? Why are we doing this? He said. The bill would make daylight saving time permanent across the U.S. in 2023. Representative Vern Buchanan, a Republican out of Florida, who introduced the bill last year, told USA Today Tuesday he would send a letter to the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and asking for immediate consideration for the bill. So what all could that mean, and what would that do? And would you see? The only thing is, though, there's like pros and cons to this. Because I mean, the pro would be right that you get off work and it's still daylight out there, especially in the wintertime. The bad thing is, though, is that the kids are sitting there at the bus stop in total darkness. That's why, because if you notice when we switch the time back, the kids, in the wintertime, they're actually, they're not sitting out there in complete darkness and stuff, waiting for the bus and things. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. They could go either way. So, anyhow, other things going on. The old Hutch there stopped by campus over there at SAU Tech Monday and thanked Arkansas aerospace and defense workers for their work and their dedication and everything, building these wonderful weapons that materialize for Ukraine in their fight against Russia. So, the old Hutch there says, we save lives in what we're doing here in Camden, East Camden. He said Judge Nutt schooled him and everything, and he's still calling it Camden. That's all right. You know what? We'll take the credit for it. He says what they're doing is building and sending materials for missiles, warheads, even MiG-29 warplanes that'll end up in Ukraine and be used to push back Russia's relentless attack. And everyone here has had a hand in the fight against Ukraine. And Arkansas Secretary of Commerce Michael Preston said Arkansas always punches above its weight class. Whoop. Oh, hang on there. Just sit there and bumped the mic there. Got so excited about the weight class and everything. So anyhow, the gov there talked about that and also talked about his visit to Israel and was talking about how he met with some of the people over there. And come to find out, they got the Iron Dome thing that they use to shoot down missiles and everything when the other countries, try and sit there and attack them. And they got that thing. Come to find out, that's from here too. Yeah, parts and all that stuff and everything that Israel uses, comes right from here too. Go Arkansas, man. Go East Camden. Go. So they also took a moment there to give some honor to Brent Renaud. I was trying to think of his name. And because he's from Little Rock and the sacrifice that he made, and he ended up getting killed in the line of documenting. And he was just one of those reporters that, you got different variants of reporters. You got those that are like me that just kind of scour around and then, hear something and I was like, oh, that sounds like something to report. And then you got the other ones that are actually out in the field that go and chase down a story. And then you've got the other ones that, actually leave home. Correspondents is what we call them. And they're constantly on the road, and they correspond with whoever it is that they get contracted for. And they report out in the field what they're seeing and doing and everything. And a lot of times that can include traveling across the world. And then you've got the other ones who will pretty much put themselves in any kind of position just to get the story. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't know the story. So it's not like, they go out there and, they're a bunch of, weekend warriors and blaze of glories and all that. And, sitting there trying to be, and no, not like that. It's just that it takes a different kind of a breed of journalists to be able to put safety aside to go out there and get the story. So that way you can, and that's the big reward too, is when they come back, and they got that story. We're seeing things that we would have never seen or known about if it weren't for people like that. And even Zelensky gave some honor to Brent Renaud as well. So, man, it's just going all over the place there. And Arkansas House, they held a moment of silence for Brent Renaud as well. So there was that. I got to take a break here in just a little bit. Oh, I got to get to this. This is freaking hysterical. I saw this yesterday, and I just busted out laughing. So, the U.S. has been putting sanctions on Russia, right? And in honesty, you're not really doing much to Putin when it comes to... Because, think about it. Basically, his spending capabilities is that of Russia. It's a different government system over there. His credit card is tied to, the national... pretty much a value of Russia. So, he's got nice big boats and everything because, you just charge it on the company card. And the workers will do what they need to do. But anyhow, this list, right? So we sanctioned them. Yeah, Putin came back and said, "Oh, you sanctioned me? I sanction you." Ha ha ha. Yeah, take that, capitalist American. Yeah, we'll be back.
News Talk 92, KBEU Beer Den.
I'm sorry, can you clarify that last sentence for me?
That means the news and talk of South Arkansas on News Talk 92, KBEU.
ABC News, I'm Faith Abube.
In just hours, Ukraine's President Zelensky expected to address Congress via video link. Zelensky will likely ask again for a no-fly zone and more support for the air war.
And as the toll of this war grows daily, Ukrainian President Zelensky continuing to rally the world to his side, addressing Canada's parliament, calling again for a no-fly zone and repeatedly asking lawmakers to imagine if what was happening in Ukraine was happening there. His speech done, he was met with a 3-minute standing ovation. Lawmakers shouting Ukraine's slogan of defiance, Slava Ukraini, glory to Ukraine.
ABC's Ian Panel. President Biden plans to follow Zelensky's address with a speech announcing $800 million in new aid for Ukraine. A group of European leaders showed their support for Ukraine by taking a risky ride, traveling by train to Kyiv Tuesday to meet face-to-face with Zelensky. This is ABC News.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital.
Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Hello, South Arkansas. I'm Doc Bryce. Let's talk news. What began as a tip of the hat, so to speak, has turned into a permanent accessory after the department said the new flares spurred positive feedback. Sheriff Norwood said that the hats were donated to the Ouachita County Sheriff's Department by First Arkansas Bail Bonds and Greg and Michelle Starr to act as an icebreaker between deputies and the public. The cowboy hats give a more approachable and a personable persona to the staff. The department has received a lot of positive feedback from the community about the appearance of the cowboy hats, and the deputies really seem to enjoy wearing them. They say you can put your boots in the oven, but that don't make them biscuits. Changing the looks of the patrol units to the uniforms to adding the hats doesn't make the sheriff or the sheriff's deputy either. It's what's in the heart that dedicates these fine men and women who protect and serve the citizens of Ouachita County. It doesn't hurt to look good doing it either. A statewide nonprofit organization is hoping to address the shortage of teachers in Arkansas through a range of educational options and financial incentives. The Teach Arkansas initiative seeks to guide those interested in becoming a teacher through the pathways to becoming one and the assistance available along the way. The program is one of the Arkansas Department of Education's partnerships that aims to reverse the year-long decline in Arkansas educators. The shortage was already apparent before COVID-19, with a 2018 study by the Learning Policy Institute having estimated a nationwide shortage back then of 112,000 teachers. Education officials in Arkansas and across the nation say the lack of qualified educators has only grown since. Those pathways range from high school seniors to Arkansans seeking a change in their profession. The program is open to anyone with a passion or interest in education. The easiest way to find out more about the program is to visit the Teach Arkansas Initiative website. I'm Doc Bryce. Go make some news today.
During my time at Camden Fairview High School, I've learned many valuable skills. My name is Adam Mosley, and I'm a senior at Camden Fairview High School. I've learned critical thinking skills that I'll be able to use the rest of my life. I've been given the opportunity to take AP and concurrent credit classes where I'll have 27 college credits by the time I graduate. Camden Fairview has taught me teamwork and leadership skills through the Beta Club, the Key Club, and Drive Smart. I believe that I have received an education that has prepared me for my future. I've learned that strength comes when we work together through classwork, teamwork, and personal relationships, no matter the situation. I believe in Camden Fairview schools, and I believe we are stronger together.
This March, enjoy the madness. Score with TurboFast Internet and unlimited data under $25 per month. Switch to Cable Links Broadband. For less than $25 per month, get turbo speed up to 150 megs and unlimited data for 1 year. All your wireless devices connect fast with broadband for streaming and gaming with no buffering, lag, or worries. Installation as soon as next day for only $19.95. For a whole home Wi-Fi connected experience, add AMP. Only $7.95 per month. Plus, there's no credit check, no money up front, and no deposit. Make the buzzer beater. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Switch to Cable Links Broadband now and qualify for $5 per month unlimited data for 1 year. Visit cablelinks.com/connect or email cablelinks@support.com. The first 100 orders will receive a free Amazon Fire Stick while supplies last. Many factors affect speed. Offers expire without notice. Other restrictions will apply.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
I want to be a rock star. Being a rock star is cool. You get to play really loud, because being loud is your job.
If your child is sick over and over again, it could be PI, a defect in the immune system that affects millions. Early detection can give children a chance to dream. Jeffrey Modell Foundation, 25 years of helping children reach for their dreams. Visit us at info4pi.org or call 1-866-INFO4PI.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the day with temperatures reaching near 72. Tonight, mostly clear skies and an overnight low near 47. For Thursday, mostly sunny and 77. Then on Thursday night, showers are likely, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be mostly cloudy with an overnight low near 51. Friday, 20% chance of rain, partly sunny and temperature near 66. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ.
The morning mayhem is for entertainment purposes only. News Talk 92 KBEU, the news and talk of South Arkansas. Well, good morning. Here we are in the 7 o'clock hour. 46 degrees outside right now, baby. 74 for that high. Oh, yeah. Could see some chances of thunder boomers out there, too. Hey, baby, it is becoming springtime, and that means that pollen's about to start falling out in pine trees, too. And because thanks to carbon dioxide, too, we're going to have an extended whatever stuff and things. So those sneezes and the watery eyes and all that, and the scratchy throat and the sniffling and the coughing and all that, it's going to go. So anyhow, hey, Starbucks has got a problem. No, it's not that barista that's struggling to spell Brad. No, not that guy. No. Starbucks has this iconic cup, and there's a downside to that. They say it's now considered a ubiquitous symbol of a throwaway society. So they have a new goal to completely eliminate disposable cups by 2025. Yes, you'll have to bring your own cup now. How much if you just put it in my hand? You make coffee in my hand, man. How much for that? Can I get like a tall hand? You just pour it in there, man. So how are they going to do that? Within 3 years? Well, I'm glad you asked. They're testing multiple solutions. They say the most promising one is a cup borrowing system where you pay $1 deposit every time you order and take one of those reusable cups. And it's refunded when you drop them off after use.
they would then have a third party clean those cups and then restock the stores. So here's the trick, right? It's $1. Now, I know parents are like, oh, yeah, man, because, people want that $1 back, man, because, you pay $1, right? And you get the cup, and then, you tool around with the cup, man. And then you bring the cup back, and you get your $1 back. But you're going to get another cup, so you don't really get your $1 back. See? But then you're dependent on people actually trying to leave the house and remember to grab their cup instead of paying $1 for another cup. And then they got this stack of cups sitting at home, because they're just too lazy to remember to grab them and bring them with them. So that's what they're hoping, is that you are going to remember to bring that cup with you, and then the third party will take and clean those cups and restock the stores. Other solutions involve ramping up the incentives for people to bring their own mugs. Oh, that would suck, man. You leave the house and you forget to bring your mug. Well, that's all right, though, because they can sell mugs right there, too. Either with bigger discounts for using your own or by tacking on increasing surcharges for disposable cups, like some places do for plastic bags. But customers' habits and convenience is just part of the problem, though. There are logistical challenges, too. 70% of Starbucks sales are either drive-through or mobile order-ahead orders. Oh, look at that, man. So how are you going to get, how are you going to, how are you going to put your cup ahead? And make sure that you can use your cup so your cup and everything is there when you get there. So to be efficient, those things require drinks to be started in advance before you can even hand them a mug. See? So, yeah, they're chewing on it, though. And maybe they'll figure it out. Who knows? And stuff and things. Plastic bags and stuff. I know we have this whole issue with the oil and everything. We're talking about petroleum and stuff and what have you. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what happens if we get completely off oil? Because that's what they want us to do. But it seems like we always can, when we think of oil, we always think of energy, fuel. But what about the other stuff that we use petroleum for? Your phone, your computers, your house. I mean, it's all around you. It's in everything that's around you. Everything that just sit and look around you. It's petroleum all over the place. And then it's like, well, we can make synthetics, man. And it's like, well, synthetics actually come from petroleum, too. So how do you do that? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so we're not going to worry about it right now. Here's the funny thing. So America sanctions Russia for Russia invading Ukraine, right? Okay, so we got some sanctions going on. All right, so it's like, hey, man, if you do that, we're going to have to, sanction you and stuff. So you got to stop doing that. Or, we're going to have to, don't stop. Don't do that. Right? So we sanctioned Russia. So then Russia decided, hey, man, you know what? The Russian Foreign Ministry announced yesterday that it, too, is imposing sanctions on more than a dozen Americans, including President Joe Biden, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin as a retaliation for sweeping economic penalties from the Biden administration targeting Russian entities over the invasion of Ukraine. Now, it doesn't just stop there. Oh, no, guess who else is on there? Hunter Biden. Why would Hunter Biden be on this list? I wonder why. I mean, what did Hunter do? He's not a politician. So, here's some other ones here. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, and then White House National Secretary Advisor Jake Sullivan. CIA Director Bill Burns is on this list. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki is also on this list. Deputy National Security Advisor Dalip Singh? USAID Director Samantha Power. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Yeah, Clinton's on this. So, okay, here's what I want to know. We know what happens if you have dirt on the Clintons, right? You get Hillary, right? So what happens if Russia has dirt on the Clintons? How do you pull that off? I'm just saying. I mean, that's a lot of people to take out, huh? Allegedly. Deputy Treasury Secretary Adwell Ademio or something like that. And Export-Import Bank Chairman Rita Joe Lewis. Russia's foreign ministry said that a statement intends to sanction more U.S. officials, military leaders, lawmakers, and members of the media who are critical of the country. Russia sucks. The country. The people are fine. I have no problem with the people. It's the government. Yes, the government is crooked, twisted, and they're terrible, and they kill other people, and allegedly, and they just suck, allegedly. Oh, I want on this list. This is awesome. I mean, if Hunter can get on this list, I want on this list. So Russia is just a terrible country. It sucks because they said that they're going after media and people who are critical of Russia. Russia's terrible. It smells like bad fish. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's cold all the time, too. And it's very deceptive. How are you supposed to meet girls if everybody's wearing thick coats? I mean, come on. That's why you go to Ukraine. Down in Crimea, over by the Black Sea. That's where you meet the pretty girls. That's where the pretty girls are who are hitting you up in your email saying, would you like to meet a nice Slavic women to marry? Yes, Slavic women respond to you. Yeah, that's where they come from. It's down there in the warmer regions of Ukraine. You ain't got no warm regions of Russia. It's all 62% of it's on ice and snow, and it sucks anyways. Those media who are critical of the country. Man, I want on that list. That would be so cool. To hear it on ABC News that the Russian's foreign ministry has sanctioned Doc Bryce. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, Doc Bryce gets sanctioned. I mean, Facebook already has knocked me off there for the next 9 days. A total of, 26 or something. So we got 9 days left before we get to go back to Facebook. But, anybody who speaks ill of Russia. So everybody, start speaking ill of Russia because you want to get on this list. This list is cool. This is where all the cool kids are going to be hanging out on the sanction list. So start getting on Facebook, man, and social media, and just start pounding how bad Russia is. Now, keep in mind, it's not the Russians we have a problem with. We like Russians. They're good people. They're okay. It's the government we have a problem with, Russia, see. So just make sure that you can decipher the two. So when you're bashing Russia, make sure you're not bashing the people of it. Because they didn't have anything to do with this. They just wanted to get on with their day, and now they're being punished for something they didn't. They were like, dude, I had nothing to do with this. I just wanted to stand in line and wait for bread. That's all I wanted to do. And now they can't because their bread got sanctioned. All I wanted to do was stand in line and wait for Levi's blue jeans. I don't even know if you can buy those now. It used to be that they were forbidden. A friend of mine went over there and sold a couple pair. He didn't do it on purpose. He just went over there on a school trip and then got hit up when they realized that he had Levi's jeans and they were like offering him big money to buy his jeans off of him. So it was like he came back. He went over there with, weeks worth of clothes and came back with a day's worth of clothes because they all bought his clothes. They wanted to buy American clothes. And he got a KGB jacket out of it, so that's pretty cool. All these people, man, are sanctioned. Yeah, I want some of this. Media who is critical of the country. U.S. officials hit with these penalties by Russia are prohibited from entering the country, and any assets they told are frozen, the ministry said, but the measure did not hinder high-level contacts if needed. Oh, I get it. So Hunter's money is over there in Russia, so he's not. So now he won't be allowed to come in Russia, and his money is frozen over there. And Biden and Joe Biden's money too. Notice that Trump isn't on this list. Trump's money's not frozen over there. Interesting. I just happen to notice this. It's very good. It's not good. I don't know. Pardon me, Psaki, who is among the Biden administration officials sanctioned, told reporters during the White House press briefing that none of the U.S. figures punished were planning tourist trips to Russia anyways or have bank accounts impacted by the measure. So we'll just forge ahead. Yeah, Hunter's probably got some money over there and, can't go over there now. Joe Biden can't go over there, probably got some money over there too. I'm just saying. Sanctions from Moscow came after the Biden administration targeted a wide range of Russian financial institutions, government officials, including Putin. And can that get me sanctioned? Putin's stupid. Putin sounds like a fart name. Anything else I could do to get sanctioned? Well, I don't have any money over there, and I didn't plan on going over there anytime soon anyways. So, yeah, I probably won't get put on that list. I could probably just make a bunch of noise about how much Russia sucks. Not the Russians, but the country. The government. Not the people. The people are fine. And make fun of Putin because he's a little wimpy girl. Yeah, he's got what do we call that thing? He's got that envy is what he's got. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like those guys that like to spin their tires and stuff and rev up their trucks and everything because they have a small. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's Putin right there. You catching this? Watch now. I'll probably get sanctioned off of YouTube for talking smack. That'll be about it. I won't get sanctioned for anything else. Won't even get put on this list, but I'll definitely get sanctioned off of YouTube. And then my sanction will probably restart over on Facebook. Oh, by the way, to wrap up some other things here, Arkansas State Police are warning that if you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, do it responsibly. Don't drink and drive. If you do, they will find you and they will hunt you down. Trial for the former Arkansas deputy charged with teen's death begins. That's the sheriff out of Lone Oak that was accused of killing an unarmed teenager. That gets underway this week. Michael Davis is charged with the felony manslaughter in the death of 17-year-old Hunter Britton of June of 2021. And that case has gained a lot of national attention as well. Get this, believe it or not. The average gas price is $3.88 a gallon here in Arkansas. And actually, supposedly gas went down. Arkansas approves a half-gallon gas pricing. Yes. Can you believe that? I don't know how, but many people are going to adapt as gas prices rise. And so supposedly this only applies to mechanical dispensers. So the Arkansas Department of Agriculture Bureau and Standards is to authorize retail fuel outlets to temporarily display and sell fuel in half-gallon increments with proper signage. The agency announced the allowance in effect March 11th to July 1st applies to only mechanical fuel dispensers. So if you see that around town, that's why. So now you can buy it by the half gallon. And you know what? If you buy it by the half gallon, it's cheaper than buying it by the whole gallon. Yeah, I know the math doesn't add up, but you know what? It just sounds better.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your master tobacco settlement dollars at work.
Woo-wee! Mark your calendars for April 8th and 9th. Then get ready for the greatest show in South Arkansas, the Calco Rodeo. H&H Rodeo Company is bringing the hungriest bucking broncs and bulls you've ever seen to Hampton. Calf roping, saddle bronc riding, steer wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and bull riding. They're all on their way to Hampton, April 8th and 9th for this year's Calco Rodeo. Yeehaw! Well, all right there, boys and girls, this ride, you made it to Wednesday, hump day. That means we're halfway through the week. Huh? All right, let's go ahead and check them out. Camden Fairview pre-K breakfast going to be a cereal variety, fruit assortment, and cold milk. K through 5 variety of cereal, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. And Midland High School, you got a choice. Pop-Tarts or cereal or bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. A super donut, an ultimate breakfast sandwich, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. Pre-K lunch, Camden Fairview beef and bean burrito. Chips and salsa, black beans, diced pears, cold milk. K through 5 beef and bean burrito, chips and salsa, black beans, baby carrots, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. And for you Midland High Schoolers, it's a beef taco salad or a beef and bean burrito, chips and salsa, black beans, baby carrots, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. Out in Harmony Grove for breakfast, looking like gonna be pancakes with syrup and fresh fruit. Lunch in Harmony Grove is barbecue chicken filet, mashed taters and gravy, black-eyed peas, chilled peaches, fresh fruit, and a roll. And if you don't want that, eat a salad. Out in Hampton for breakfast today, looks like it's a sausage and a biscuit or a donut stick. You'll get fruit and then milk or juice to wash it down with. Now, lunch out in Hampton look like it's going to be hot dogs with chili. There we go. Mac and cheese, fried okra, and fruit. And out in Bearden, breakfast is a super donut. Cheese stick, fruit, and juice. Lunch gonna be smothered burritos, lettuce and tomato, cheesy refried beans, and more fruit. Well, we're feeding you on a hump day with your menus. I'm JJ.
My hump, my hump, my hump. Check it out.
It's hump day.
Take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. The show is about to begin.
Cue the intro.
This is going to be legendary.
It's showtime.
Wake up! Happy Wednesday, Doc Bryce.
Yes, those lovely Wednesday lumps.
Boy, I'm here to tell you, we was out kind of late last night.
Yeah, we were. I came in with my wristband still on.
Oh, no, I had to go, man. Yeah, now, we're talking about going to the concert last night, okay? REO Speedwagon put on a great show.
Oh, man, they were still partying like it was 1972, man.
Oh, dude, it just a great show. But when you first walk in, if you plan on having a beer or whatever, they got to put this little, everybody's seen them, you know, the wristbands on.
Yeah.
Well, they got the glue sideways on mine.
Oh, no.
Yes. So, you know, I mean, all that little hair right there around your wrist. Oh, my God.
See, you should have went and saw my guy. I got a guy.
Oh, yeah?
There. Yeah. In fact, I got a guy that scans me at the door.
Right.
So I don't have to go through all the things like everybody else does.
I got you.
And then I got a guy who puts on the wristband. So he does it perfect.
And, you know, I mean, 99 times out of 100, they do it just right.
And then the bartender, the one on the far right.
Okay.
That's my girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she pours them perfect every time.
Well, you got to love that.
Oh, yeah. And she knows just how I like it, too.
All right.
So I tip her big.
Well, there is that. I mean, you got to take care of your wait staff.
Yeah, so I guess because, you know, I tip her real big, she remembers me.
Yeah, well, that's why I carry the American Express card.
She knew exactly what I wanted and how I wanted before I even said what I wanted.
So you got to love that.
Oh, I love it. That's how you get good service.
Yes, and that's why I'll keep going back.
Yep.
All right.
And El Dorado thanks us all for our business because there was a lot of Camden people there last night.
Absolutely, man. Wow, we knew a lot of people that were there last night.
No, that was crazy.
I was having a duck, man. I was like,
and how in the world did it get set up to where we were all pretty much sitting in the same area?
That was, you know, one of those things that kind of boggled the mind because, I mean, we were sitting close to one another.
Yeah, usually it's like, hey, I'm here, but I'm like way over yonder.
Yeah, on the other side of the doggone auditorium.
Yeah, and here we are just kind of clustered all together.
Right.
But it was a good show.
That's what happens when you buy your tickets all at the same time.
Yeah, I guess.
You shop at the same place.
Yeah.
All right, guys and gals, it is the Round Table, brought to you each and every weekday morning by our buddies out at Steel Deals Incorporated. Steel Deals has been serving Washita County and the surrounding area for more than 30 years. From large industrial projects to smaller DIY crafting needs, Steel Deals has your material needs covered. Stocking a variety of pipe I-beams, expanded and sheet metals. If they don't have it, they'll get it. Steel Deals Incorporated, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, 1615 Mount Holly Road in Camden. Dial 870-231-5622. Stories Floor and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine and El Dorado. Remember, Stories Floor and Carpet for quality you can count on since 1958. Baby, they got a variety of flooring in stock if you need it in a hurry. Stories Floor and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine, dial 870-862-9446. We are brought to you by our buddies out at the Flaming Pig Barbecue. Now, we love that Flaming Pig stuff, and you will too. Now, they are setting up Friday for the Harmony Grove fundraiser from 11 to 2, pulled pork quesadillas with chips, or a sandwich plate with beans and chips, or chicken quesadilla with chips. Anyway, it's all $11.50 with the proceeds going. I believe that's for the Harmony Grove prom.
Yes.
So, yeah, make your plans now to run out there Friday, 11 to 2, and grab your lunch from the Flaming Pig and help out the kids, man. We're also brought to you by our friends out at SAU Tech, reminding you that they have multiple job openings for you to have a career in higher education. You can now apply online at sautech.edu. Just go to careers, click on the job title, and after viewing the job, click on the apply tab. Wow, go Rockets. St. John's Place. Well, they make it easy. I love that. St. John's Place and Washington Nursing and Rehab. St. John's Place in Fordyce, dial 870-352-2104. In Camden for Washington Nursing and Rehab, dial 836-4111. They are the choice for all of your rehabilitation and long-term care needs, and they provide award-winning short-term therapy services, too. We're brought to you by First Choice Family Care, 476 Hospital Drive. That's Dr. Jericacia Smith. Her and her staff, they're ready for new patients. Stop by the website at myfirstchoicecare.com. Get you a new patient packet. Then give them a call, 870-800-9006. OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit reminding you that, well, you're not alone. You don't have to go through this alone. Addiction's a tough thing to get past. You need to make the decision, though, to be a better you. And once you make that decision, all calls are confidential. Give them a call. They'll talk you through this. 870-836-1289 or 1-800-232-1289. We're brought to you by Mitch Lowe's Body Shop for auto body and collision repair, glasswork, framework, and refinishing. All accidents, large or small, Mitch Lowe's can handle it all. From 2025 California, if you put it in the ditch, you better call Mitch. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, 837-2560. Everybody's Antiques down in El Dorado. They've got a whole bunch of antiques, gifts, and collectibles. I was out there yesterday, don't you know? And Everybody's Antiques this Saturday has the $1 and $2 day going on. That's good on select items throughout the store. They're going to have a sneak peek Friday night on Facebook Live. It's Everybody's Antiques March Madness sale. $1 and $2 items. I believe what they were saying was if it was $10, it's only going to cost you $1. And if it was $20, it's only going to cost you $2. That's good on select items throughout the store this Saturday only at Everybody's Antiques in El Dorado. We are brought to you by Cabin Rural Health Services. They're a private nonprofit corporation developed to provide affordable care to meet the primary medical and dental care needs of the residents in 8 counties of rural South and Southwestern Arkansas. You can learn more on their website, cabun.org. That's cabun.org. Or simply give them a call, 870-798-4299. We have got to go ahead and take this quick break, Doc Bryce.
Okay.
You guys hang out. We'll be back.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
The Ouachita County Republican Committee will meet Monday, March 21st at 6:45 p.m. at the Event Center at Fairview Park, located at 2740 Mount Holly Road in Camden. Doc Washburn, running for governor of Arkansas, will be the guest speaker. Dinner boxes will be available to purchase at 6 p.m. until sold out. All members and guests are welcome to attend.
South Arkansas weather. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the day with temperatures reaching near 72. Tonight, mostly clear skies and an overnight low near 47. For Thursday, mostly sunny and 77. Then on Thursday night, showers are likely, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be mostly cloudy with an overnight low near 51. Friday, 20% chance of rain, partly sunny and temperature near 66. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ.
Local sports update.
Hello, sports fans, with a look at local games and scores. I'm Kelly Blair. Despite all kinds of wet weather surrounding them, the Harmony Grove Diamond teams were able to get in a pair of conference games against Drew Central on Tuesday, including an exciting extra inning victory for the Lady Hornets softball team. Ariana Nip smoked a one-out double down the third base line in the 8th inning to score Anna Kate Atkins and give the Lady Hornets a 6-5 victory over the Lady Pirates. Atkins was placed on second to start the 8th on the international tie-breaking rule. The game had been a wild affair all day as the Lady Hornets took a 4-0 lead in the third, only to see Drew Central score 3 in the top of the fourth, then tie the contest with Zoe Johnson's solo home run in the 5th. The Lady Pirates then took the lead with 1 run in the top of the 6th, but Harmony Grove answered with a run of their own in the bottom of the frame, and neither team could score in the 7th, sending the contest into extra innings. Avery Furr got the win in the circle for Harmony Grove despite allowing 5 runs, 3 earned off 11 hits and striking out 9. The Lady Hornets were held to 6 hits and struck out 7 times, but took advantage of 3 Drew Central errors and 5 walks, most of which came early. Cameron Everett had a double for the Lady Hornets, while Hope Turner drove in 2 runs. The Harmony Grove baseball team also got a win on Tuesday, downing the Drew Central baseball team 9-2 to improve to 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in 8-3A conference action. The Hornets and Lady Hornets will now be off the rest of the week. Camden Fairview's baseball and softball games at Crossett were postponed due to wet field conditions and rain. The Lady Cardinals aren't sure when their makeup game will be against the Lady Eagles, but the Cardinals will travel to Crossett for their makeup game today at 5 p.m. That'll wrap it up for now with your sports update. I'm Kelly Blair. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is sports.
Good morning, South Arkansas. It's time for the Washita River Report for Wednesday, March 16th. Starting out with the river at Camden. Current gauge reading is 7.03 feet at Thatcher Lock and Dam this morning. Current gauge reading is 76.84 feet, and at Morro Bay State Park, the gauge reading is 66 feet. The Washita River begins in western Arkansas at the base of Rich Mountain, the state's second highest peak. Its upper section flows freely through the Washita Mountains of Polk and Montgomery counties into the western end of Lake Washita, the largest lake contained entirely within the state. Major features include clear water and sparkling shoals and long pools, interesting rock formations, and overhanging trees. Radio Works urges you to learn more and explore your river. Reliability of this forecast is based on current and forecasted river and weather conditions from the National Weather Service in Little Rock. Have a great week and do be safe out there. Alrighty then. JJ, Doc Bryce, the round table. Going on right now, it is 7:35. It is 47 degrees out there, Doc Bryce.
Yes, it is. It's slowly starting to feel like spring. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. So, I mean, there'll be a lot of drinking, so that'll at least keep you warm if it's cold outside.
Are we turning the river green?
Can we?
Well, it's pretty green already. You know what? We should just skip that and turn the pool green.
Oh, it's green already.
There, see?
That's the algae.
Boy, I'm here to tell you, we didn't have to spend a nickel.
That's all natural, baby.
Yeah, you know, well, the city spent all that money for us.
Well, no, the algae's natural. That's good for you.
Yeah.
If it's natural, it's good for you.
As long as you're not swimming in it.
Well, just don't drink it. But it's good for you.
Everybody drinks the pool water, man.
Everybody
drinks the pool water. You get stepped on while you're under the water, you drinking some.
I spit it out. Tooey.
Doc's a spitter. All right.
And the spitters are quitters.
There you go. Well, a bunch of people just rolled their eyes on that one.
Well, at least the adults get it.
We want to welcome Peanut to the studios.
Yes, we got a run going.
Mr. Hudson, how are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing great. Before we get started, though, I got one question for Doc over there.
Uh-huh.
How many people have ever walked up to you and said, "What's up, Doc"?
Quite a few.
Really?
Yes.
They must be older people then.
They are. Because they know exactly where that comes from.
Yeah, I bet. I bet if you had $1 for every time you've been asked that, you could retire, couldn't you?
I would, and then I'd get an RV and go hit the road.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's already leaning towards being homeless. I mean, doing that anyway, so... let's see. Ronald Hudson in for the Terry Howard Memorial Run. Terry
Ride.
Taco Howard Memorial Ride. Yes.
Yeah,
Memorial Ride.
I'm not going to run.
You're not going to run?
No.
You don't run through the jungle?
If you see me running, you better get behind me because something's after me.
Well, I promise you're going to be behind this old fat man, okay? If it's big and bad enough to make me run, I got to go.
You didn't even run when that tornado turned the corner.
No, I figured he couldn't hurt me.
I had to push you.
You won. In my defense, I just had 5 bypasses, okay? So, all right. So, Peanut, tell me what is the Terry Taco Howard Memorial Ride.
Well, like I told you earlier, we've been doing it for about 11 years, but we had to shut it down 2 years for this virus that's been going around.
What virus?
Oh, you hadn't heard about it?
No. Well, I mean, I know it's cured because President Brandon said it was done, right?
We got 2 new subvariants now. Subvariant.
Did they bring us pie yet?
No, but the Omicron gave birth and had twins.
It couldn't have pie, though.
No pie.
If it had had pie, it wouldn't have had twins.
Well, it would have been nice if we had pie on Pie Day, wouldn't it?
Would have.
But
would
no.
have.
Does that mean we got to get another shot or put on a mask?
Well, they are talking about a 4th vaccination.
Are they really?
Yes.
Oh,
well, I'm 2 behind.
I'm thinking I'm a couple behind myself. So maybe I need to go to the green room. It is the green room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have the green room in here.
Or is it
every
the
now
green
and again.
tea or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
go over there and get your shot. Don't get shot, just get your shot.
They do them on Fridays.
Do they?
Yeah, every Friday over there at OCMC's green room.
Right there on payday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So, not for us. We don't get paid Friday. We got paid yesterday.
Yeah, I wish we got paid every Friday like it used to be.
You did get paid, right?
Yeah, I got paid.
Okay.
How do you think I made it to the concert?
Well, I noticed you were carpooling, so I wasn't going to ask.
Oh, no, I had a nice big thing. Me and the captain were partying last night.
All right. Well. Let's see. The trail ride been going on 10 or 11 years. And why are we having the trail ride?
Well, we first started doing it for the Children's Hospital. But we're cranking it back up this year, and we're doing it for the Arkansas Baptist Children's Home in Monticello. And what that is, it's a foster home for kids. And they have 80 acres. They got a pond on it and animals on it and a playground on it. But it's for foster kids, and the people that are keeping the foster kids, they can go out there and get counseling. It's a place for a kid to be a kid.
Amen. I love that.
And we're also doing it for the Holly Springs Volunteer Fire Department. They're wanting to add on or getting a new truck, so they're going to help us out. So we're helping two people in places at one time.
So we don't need much money. It's a fire truck, man. What is that? $1,500, right?
Woo. That might, I don't even think I'd buy the tires on it.
You're probably right. So tell me, who is Terry Taco Howard?
Well, he's the one that actually started it, and I'm going to say it's probably been 22 years ago. And then he had cancer and passed away. So we took it up and started it and kept it going in honor of him.
Okay, I got you. Now, is this a horseback trail ride or an ATV trail ride or
it's
a bicycle trail ride?
Well, no, we ain't got no bicycles.
Wheelchairs?
No. Well, now, if you want to come out there, we'll hook you up. But,
that's it. See, if you come out in a wheelchair, we can just tie a rope to you.
There you go. But it's horses, and it's buggies, and it's wagons, and that starts on Saturday morning around 9 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, the ATVs will leave, and they go down there in what we call the flats, because it seems like there's always water down there in the flats. And if you like water and mud, that's the place to go.
Well, especially if you're on an ATV.
Oh, yeah, or even a horse.
Well, horses, yeah. Nice.
Even a horse.
The last time I was in the mud on a horse, the horse wasn't dirty, all right? I was. That's because I fell off. I mean, you understand that, right?
Now, did it buck you off, or you just fall off?
No, it bucked.
Okay.
It stumbled, actually, when we were coming down the embankment.
So you ain't really a cowboy?
Yeah, no. Well, I rode bulls for a few years, but that was way back when.
I think you talking some bull.
That was way back when. I was a wee guy back then. Let's see. So, what else have we got going on now? You said it's like a 2-day event, right?
Yeah. We're gonna kick it off on Friday night, April the 1st, around 6 o'clock, 6 to 8 o'clock. We're gonna have a soup and chili and hot dogs. And you can put some chili on that hot dog, or if you don't like chili, you can put some soup on it. And all that is for donations, just whatever you want to drop in the bucket.
All right.
And we're going to have some gospel singing there by the group called the Praise.
Call to Praise, man. They are a really talented bunch of guys.
They are good, and I bet you if you want hear a special song, I just about bet you $1.25 they know it.
They are very, very talented. What time are they going to perform?
Now, I'm just assuming. I don't really think they have a time, but I bet you it's probably going to be, like I said, from 6 to 8, or, they may start
somewhere in that area?
Yeah, they may start around 6:30.
Now, this is going on at Holly Springs Baptist?
At Holly Springs Baptist Church right there in downtown.
All right.
Now, if you go through town, you're going to have to turn around and come back.
Now, that's Friday night.
That's Friday night, and then the trail ride and everything is going to be that Saturday. And like I said, the horses are going to leave around 9 o'clock, and then we'll wait for an hour for the horses to get out of the way. The horses go one way and the ATVs go another. But we don't want them leaving at the same time. It might be a big mess out there.
Now, is it going to cost anything to go on the trail ride?
No. No, that's all free. Just bring your horses, your buggy or whatever, and come on up there.
All right.
If you want to come up there Friday night, there's a place for you to stay up there. And you can bring your horses in your buggy, and you can eat some soup and chili and hot dogs.
Well, there you go. Dinner and a movie, right?
All right. And
maybe not a movie.
And then Saturday afternoon, I say Saturday afternoon, 11 o'clock, that's when we're going to start having our feed out there. We're going to have pulled pork, chicken leg quarters, beans, just and whatever. And we're going to have enough desserts out there to make a fat man happy.
Oh, I love desserts, so I am a fat man. So.
And it's dine in or carry out, just whatever you want. And for adults, it's going to be $15 a plate. But as long as you eat it right there, you can eat as long as you want. If you get where you can't walk up and go get it, I'll bring it to you.
Those might be my 4 favorite words. All you can
It's all you need as long as you eat it right there. Now, you can't eat a plate and go home, take a nap, and come back. That ain't the way it works.
No, that's fine. I'll take my nap while I'm there.
And children 12 and under, it's $5.
All right.
And after the riders get back and they get through eating, we're going to have a live auction. And we have got some stuff out there. I call it stuff. I ain't going to call it junk because it ain't junk. It's just stuff.
Right.
And I mentioned to you earlier, and I was about to forget it, we're also having a raffle. That sounded like a gun, didn't it, when I said it? But we're having a raffle for $5. You can get you a chance on 2 camping chairs with some tables, little, fold-up tables on the side, a 50-quart ice chest, a 4-foot table, stove, and 2 butane bottles. For $5, that's a $200 value. Now, where are you going to find a deal like that?
I'm here to tell you, that sounds like a plan, man. Where can we get those raffle tickets?
Well, now, you can call Hank Mayhem at 870-687-1962 or Peggy Mayhem at 870-687-1138, and they'll fix you up. But now, you don't have to be present to win, but you got to be present to buy a ticket.
You got to at least show up for that.
Yeah. You got to be there to buy a ticket, but you ain't got to be there to win. And as I told you earlier, I'm not going to call no names, but I know the fella that won it last year.
Good friend, huh?
Yeah, he's a good guy. Real good guy.
All right. Well, it could be you winning it all this year if you want to get you a raffle ticket.
Yeah, I bet you I'm going to buy one.
Yeah.
That's all it takes is one.
Yeah, I only need the one.
But now I usually buy 4 or 5 of them. But all it takes is one.
This is going on April 1st and April 2nd out at Holly Springs Baptist, 168 Highway 9 in Sparkman.
That's right.
Just down the street.
If they don't know the way, when they leave here, just head up 79 north till you get to Eagle Mills, and you turn to the left.
Make a left.
Make a left. You know where you're going. You know how to get there. And I bet you most people that's listening right now, they know how to get there too.
Well, if you don't, you living in the wrong neck of the woods.
That's right. Just don't blink your eye when you go through neither one of them.
All righty. Now, what else do we need to know, Mr. Hudson?
Well, now, I believe that about gets it, unless you got any more questions for me.
No. The proceeds for this year's Terry Taco Howard Memorial Trail Ride and ATV Ride are all going to our friends out at the Arkansas Baptist Children's Home. They help take care of foster children.
That's right. And they have counseling and everything for them. And they try to keep the kids together, which, you know, that's a good thing. You don't want to separate the kids.
Yeah, brothers and sisters deserve to get to grow up early together.
So they try to keep them together. And that home's in Monticello. To be honest with you, I never heard of it till now.
Well, that's great, though. That's the great thing about events like this. You know, the organizations are constantly looking for something to get behind.
That's right.
Somebody to help.
That's right.
And, you know, there's no shortage of people out there that need help. But if you do need help, you got to get in touch with one of these organizations, like the Memorial Trail Ride here.
And like I said, they have counseling for the kids and the people that are fostering them, too.
Also, another portion of these proceeds going to the Holly Springs Volunteer Fire Department. They need a new hose and a truck to put it to.
Yeah, there you go.
So, you know, I mean, you guys...
And, you know, I was on the volunteer fire department for about 10 years there in Bearden. But these guys really don't get the credit that they ought to. I mean, they taking just as many chances as a regular fireman is when they go to a fire.
Yeah, and how much do they get paid for that, by the way?
Nothing.
That's the problem with volunteering, okay? You know, you never get paid for any of that.
That's right.
So, yeah, definitely, if you can help out, go ahead and make your plans now. Pick you up a pulled pork barbecue plate on Saturday.
And we're going to have chicken leg quarters, too, now. Don't leave that out.
Pulled pork or chicken.
And we're going to have grilled corn.
All the trimmings. 11 a.m., Holly Springs Baptist Church Fellowship Hall. Adults, $15. Now, as long as you don't leave.
You can eat as long as you don't leave. But you can't, like I said, you can't leave and take a nap and come back.
Doc, we can't let Kelly hear about that.
There's no napping.
$15, I mean, you know, he break these people.
No, he ain't going to break us, but he's sure welcome to come up there and eat.
Children 12 and under, $5. It is a dine and go or a grab and go also. Now, if you just want a plate and take it home,
yeah,
you can do that.
If you want to call one of those two numbers I give you and just pull up there, we'll have it ready and we'll bring it out there to you.
Now, the one thing that we didn't really talk about is after all the riders have eaten and everything, we're going to do a live auction, too.
That's right. And I believe we're going to have a silent auction going on with it, too.
All right. So, you know, do we need items for the auction, or are we still looking for that, or have we already got what we need?
If there's anybody that'd like to donate some items, just call one of them two numbers right there I give you.
The 870-687-1962, or for Peggy, 687-1138.
Right.
That's Hank or Peggy Mayhem. Either one of them.
If anybody wants to donate anything, we'll be glad to get it.
All righty, good to know.
Because it's all going to a good cause.
Doc Bryce, what do you think?
I think it's for a good cause.
You think it's for a good cause? Man, he is so helpful this morning.
I'm trying to recover from last night.
I was going to say, he's reared back in that chair over there. It looked like he didn't take a nap.
Wake up!
I didn't get my coffee this morning. I didn't get no food. I just went straight to bed and woke up.
Oh, well, that reminds me. You got a biscuit over here.
Oh, I like biscuits.
And,
it done got hard now. It ain't no good.
Oh, I'll just moisten it up a little bit with some coffee.
You want me to send it out the door with this young man?
No.
Peanut will take off with it.
No, that's all right. I just dip it in the coffee. That'll soften it back up.
All right. Thought I'd ask. All right. The events include a raffle, which you can get your tickets by dialing 870-687-1962 for Hank or 870-687-1138. For Peggy. The raffle going to be for a bunch of good outdoor gear. I guess would be the best way to describe that.
If anybody like to get camping, you got it all right there.
Well, not only for camping, but if you're going to be out for the day, you're going to do a day ride, tailgating, all sorts of neat stuff. You find a use for it if you got it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys and gals, it's the Terry Taco Howard Memorial Trail and ATV Ride Friday, April 1st, and Saturday, April the 2nd. Make your plans now. Get out there and help support the children's homes, the Arkansas Baptist Children's Homes, and the Holly Springs Fire Department, Volunteer Fire Department. A couple of the great organizations that the trail ride is helping out this year. Mr. Ronald, we definitely appreciate you coming in.
Well, I appreciate y'all letting me come, and like I said, y'all come on out there and get you a plate. Listen, if you come out there hungry and you leave hungry, that's your fault.
You just obviously didn't get you enough.
That's right. That's your fault if you leave hungry.
All right, guys and gals. Let's see. What else we got, Doc Bryce?
Food? Sleep? Nap?
You know, you kind of have a one-track mind going on over there.
In that order?
It doesn't have to be in any particular order, but as long as there's a nap in there somewhere. See, and then I got to do all this stuff again on May 26th.
What are you doing on May 26th?
I'm going to the amphitheater.
You want to do that TNT and C?
Yeah, that's when the Tracys are coming.
Now, are they forcing you to go, or are you doing it on your own?
We'll just call it work-related. Work relations.
Okay.
Public relations, don't you know?
Yeah, as long as I wear my station shirt, it looks like I'm officially working.
See, Tracy Lawrence and Tracy Bird and Clay Walker all going to be down in El Dorado come May. And, tickets are on sale now. So you can go ahead and run over to the MAD website and get you some.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be another late show, too.
You know, tickets are also going on sale this Friday for the Rolling Stones UK tour called 60. You know, this is their 60th year in rock and roll.
Right.
So, you know, Doc, I tell you, they're doing a summer tour where it all began for them. Here's the concert ad.
The Rolling Stones' new UK tour, celebrating 60 years of the band's history and the fact that 60% of the band is still alive. Don't miss the age-reflective versions of their classic hits. I said, hey, you, get off of my lawn. Let's spend our pensions together. It's the early bird at Ruby Tuesday, and I've got a coupon too. Can't always hear when you talk. Angina, I've got angina. The Rolling Stones, 1962 to 2022. Get tickets before it's too late.
There you go. So those tickets go on sale this Friday.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, though, even watching the REO Speedwagon. They've been around, doing this for 40?
Well, since 1967 when the band was formed. They actually hit the charts in 71.
And then, what was it, 1982?
For
83.
For...
Or no, 89, when Gary passed away.
Yes, that was 1989.
Yeah, and
So,
they gave tribute to him. So, basically, everybody in the band, except for him, is original.
Well, you know, the drummer and, let's see, the bassist, I believe, are newer.
Or are newer?
Additions.
Yeah, because they were saying the guy who replaced Gary is the youngest member, or still the newest member.
Yeah, he's still the new guy.
Yeah,
so,
still the new guy.
So, and, you know, I mean, they a lot like Keith Richards. He said the only way that they're going to sell their song catalog is when they get too old. So the Steel Wheelchairs tour is coming up.
Well, now, I was fitting to ask you about that. You talking about that wheelchair. Now, how old is old Mick now?
You know, I'm not sure.
Are they going to have to roll him out on a wheelchair?
Well, the lead singer for REO Speedwagon turned 70 earlier
70.
this year.
He said 70, yeah.
So, you know, I mean, and he was a young tot when Mick took the stage.
Yeah.
So, you know, Mick Jagger's got to be, 145?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
You know, it's pretty close. Keith Richards is 210.
Well, they probably going to have to wake him up and get him out there then.
Keith Richards is going to be the new Moses there.
All right, guys and gals, it is the Roundtable, brought to you each and every weekday morning by our buddies out at the Flaming Pig Barbecue. Remember, Flaming Pig got that big Harmony Grove fundraiser going on this Friday, 11 to 2. That's for the Harmony Grove prom. Pulled pork, quesadilla, and chips, sandwich plate with beans and chips, or chicken quesadilla with chips is just $11.50, and all the proceeds going to help out the Harmony Grove prom. We want to thank Peanut for coming in this morning, Ronald Hudson, talking about the Holly Springs Trail Ride, the Memorial Trail Ride for Terry Taco Howard. This is going on Friday, April the 1st, and Saturday, April the 2nd. Sponsored by the Holly Springs Baptist and Methodist churches. You guys make your plans now to attend. Oh, if they want more information on this, you got a Facebook page or something like that?
Oh, yeah. There's a Facebook page. Go to Terry Taco Howard Trail Ride.
All right, all the information be right there.
It should be right there. If it ain't, call one of them two numbers.
870-687-1962 or 870-687-1138.
And I appreciate y'all letting me come down here and bumping my gums and talking about it.
Anytime. This is what we're here for. We're also brought to you by our friends out at Steel Deals. They've been serving Washita County and the surrounding area for more than 30 years. Large industrial projects to smaller DIY crafting needs. Stop by the office and see why the real pros go straight to the source. If you've got a project, custom fabrication pros at Steel Deals can help. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, 1615 Mount Holly Road in Kenman. Dial 870-231-5622. Stories, floor, and carpet. They do custom tile showers and kitchen backsplashes. Financing is available with approved credit, and they sell cleaning products for your flooring too. 2004 Lorraine, that's where you'll find the showroom for Stories, Floor, and Carpet. Dial 870-862-9446. SAU Tech, they have got events coming up as well. You know, they did that Tech Idol last night, Doc.
Did they?
Yeah, that was at 6 o'clock over in the gym across the street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Next up is the Passport to Greek Life with a step show on March 29th at 6 p.m. out at the Student Center at SAU Tech. So you can learn more about that at sautech.edu. Just go on over there and check it out and find out what a Passport to Greek Life actually looks like. SAU Tech, go Rockets! St. John's Place and Washita Nursing and Rehab, they are the choice for all your rehabilitation and long-term care needs, providing award-winning short-term therapy services as well. St. John's Place of Arkansas.com and WashitaNursing.com are the websites. First Choice Family Care, 476 Hospital Drive in Camden. That's Dr. Jera. Her and her staff, they'll help take the pain away from that process of finding a doctor. Go to myfirstchoicecare.com, get you a new patient packet, then call 870-800-9006. OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit. They'd like to remind you that you're not alone. Addiction is a tough thing to get past. Make the choice to be a better you. Then call 870-836-1289 or 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, auto body and collision repair, framework, glasswork, and refinishing. All accidents, large or small, Mitch Lowe's handles it all. If you put it in the ditch, just call Maria at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, 837-2560. Everybody's Antiques down in El Dorado. Remember, their great big March Madness sale is this Saturday. $1 and $2 day going on this Saturday on select items throughout the store. They'll do a Facebook Live sneak peek on Friday night. I think they said around 6 o'clock. But go over to their Facebook page and find out for sure. That way you'll know when you need to be tuning in for Everybody Antiques March Madness Facebook Live sneak peek this Friday. Sale this Saturday, $1 and $2 day. Select items throughout the store. We are also brought to you by our friends out at Cabin Rural Health Services. Cabin, man, I can't say enough great things about these folks. You can get it all done under one roof at Cabin. Medical, dental, vision, all of it. Your lab work, I mean, it's a great place out in Hampton. Check them out online at cabun.org or simply give them a call at 870-798-4299. The Roundtable, Monday through Friday, brought to you by all those fine sponsors. All right, I want to remind everybody one more time about the Terry Taco Howard Memorial Trail and ATV ride, Friday, April the 1st. Don't be a fool. Get yourself on out there and
you a ticket.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Get you a ticket. Come on out.
Absolutely. Peanut, thank you so much for coming in one more time.
Well, I appreciate it, and I tell you what, you impressed me. You know all that stuff right there, and you don't even have to read it. You got it all memorized.
Boy, if we wasn't going out Facebook Live with everybody watching me flip these
impressed.
pages. All right, guys and gals, we got to get through this top of the hour stuff. What you got, Doc Bryce?
I've got Glenn Beck coming up here in just a little bit.
All right, we got Newsy News. It's next on Everybody's Country 195. Stay tuned.
Your name here.
News Talk 92 KBEU Bearden. News Talk for South Arkansas. News Talk 92 KBEU. Hello, South Arkansas. I'm Doc Bryce. Let's talk news. What began as a tip of the hat, so to speak, has turned